welcome back to another Workout Wednesday. Today we're going to do prehabilitation and rehabilitation for your shoulders. Hi guys, it's Lucy O'Sullivan here for another Workout Wednesday, and today I'm going to show you prehabilitation and rehabilitation, so prehab and rehab for your shoulders. So it's everything to help you not to get injured, and if you do get injured, it's to help you recover. I'm going to start off with some really easy exercises. All you need is a band, any kind of band that you have. We're going to do what's called around the world. So we're imagining that your head is the world, and what we're going to do is have the band quite tight. You're going to make a nice circle around your head, and then you can kind of build up the speed. You can make the band looser if it's too hard. So obviously the wider the band, the easier it will be. The stiffer and smaller the band, the harder it will be. And all you do is go around your head a few times one way and a few times the other way. Try and keep your arms straight the whole time. The second exercise we're going to do, and you can use this as a warm-up anytime you do archery, we're going to do inside outs. So we start off with the band inside, bring it over the head until it's on the outside of your body. So keep the band nice and tight, touch the front of your body and then touch the back of the body. If you want to make it harder, you can double up the band. I suggest keep it wide though and keep the tension so you're working the lats, and go up and over. So the next exercise is called a pro push-up. Now this really helps your scapular retraction and protraction. So we're going to try and squeeze our shoulder blades together and push them apart. So you pop down into a press-up position on all fours if you're a beginner, and all I want you to do is think about squeezing the lower part of your shoulder blades together and then pushing the lower parts of the shoulder blades apart. So you're really trying to rip away the floor. Squeeze together, lower part of the shoulder blades, and push them apart. If you're feeling good, you can go on your toes, have your feet nice and wide, and do the same thing. Now do it with lots of control. Squeeze the lower part and push apart. The next exercise we're going to do is prone Ys, prone Ts, and prone arrows. Now prone just means lying face down. So we need something just to lift our torso off of the floor. So you can use a beanbag, a Swiss ball, or the side of your sofa. So pop the bag on the floor, pop yourself on top of the beanbag, just your tummy on it. And all I want you to do is think about thumbs up, you're going to go into a Y. And then we're going to do this about 10 times. And then you'd go into a T. Again, you do that about 10 times. Thumbs up, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then you go into a prone arrow. So thinking about squeezing your thumbs up behind you, making an arrow shape, really squeezing the lower part of the scapula. The next exercise, we've done these in quite a few of the arm upper body exercises. I'm going to show you with a weight in one hand and a tin in the other. Obviously, if you're using weights, please use weights on both sides, and tins, use both arms, use tins. So we're going to do frontal raises first. All I want you to do is keep your shoulder blades back and down, puff up your chest, and you're going to lift up your arms in front of you and then back down to the body. Lift them up, keeping the shoulders down, and return back to the body. The next exercise is lateral raises. So what I want you to do, again, I'm going to show you with a tin in one hand and a weight in the other, but if you're using weights, use them on both sides. All I want you to do is get your shoulder blades back and down, lift up your arms to the side of your body, and return them back. Lift them up and return them. Now this exercise is so much like archery if you're holding a bow. So this one is very, very important to do to make sure our shoulders are healthy. This is my all-time favourite exercise for shoulder blade rehabilitation and pre-habilitation. I actually got my shoulder back to full health by doing these. So what I want you to do is grab some tins, so something nice and light. We're going to do external rotations at 0 degrees to start off with. So get your elbows into the side of your body and you're going to rotate out, away from the side of your body, and then come back to midline. If you want to make that more challenging, what you can do is add a band, pop a band over the wrists, elbows in, and go out and back in. The next part of the external rotations is at 90 degrees. So you want to bring your elbows up into that lucky cat position, and all you're going to do is go down, forward, and then back up to 90 degrees. Making sure your elbows and your arms stay nice and straight. The next exercise is a diagonal high to low. So we're going to try and think about our scapula, our wingy part of our body, coming down into the spine. So you want to start with the band up somewhere. You can trap it in a door if you need to, and you're going to pull the arm down to the side of your body, squeezing your scapula down, and then coming up, squeezing your scapula down into the center of your body, and then coming up. So really try and focus on bringing the wingy part of your shoulder blade into the spine. The next exercise is diagonal low to high. So we're going to think about the scapula moving across the body. So we're going to pull the band up, away from us, and then slowly bringing it back down. Now tie your band to something like a chair or the sofa or the stairs, something nice and secure, and work on this diagonal movement on both sides. The next exercise, the bodybuilder's favourite exercise, it's a bicep curl, but because we're an upper body sport, we definitely need to train our biceps and triceps. So starting with a bicep curl, and I'll show you with a tin of beans and a weight. Make sure you bring your arms up and then slowly lowering those arms down to the side of your body. Make sure your shoulder blades are back and down the whole time. Come up and down. The next exercise is a tricep extension. So again, I was saying we're going to work on biceps and triceps. So you can use tins if you'd like. What we're going to do is bring our arms up over our body, keep the tins together, keep the elbows as close to your head as possible, and extend up and away, and then slowly coming back down. Extend up and coming back down. If you want to make it harder, use a weight with both hands, extend up and back down. The last exercise, one of my favourites, is called a bent over row. Now there are options to do different types of rows, but rows are so important for an upper body sport. This is just the quickest way to hit those muscles, the big muscles. So what I want you to do is bend over, so you've got a nice flat back, making sure your chest and heart is up, but you tuck your nose down to the floor. You're going to pull the elbows up, away from the body, up to the sky, and then returning back down towards the floor. Don't try and touch the floor. Keep your shoulders back the whole time. Pull up and return back so your shoulders don't depress. So keep them retracted, pull and back. The last thing we're going to do today is I'm going to show you some stretches. So go to the corner of a room or go to the doorway. The first thing we're going to do is a pec stretch. They call this the doorway stretch, but I'm going to show you here in the corner of my room. You pop both elbows up to the side of your room and then you just lean forward, stretching the front of your pecs. You could also do it like this and rotate out. The next exercise stretches off the deltoids. So what we're going to do is link our hand just to the triceps and just trying to stretch the top of the shoulders, keeping your shoulders away from the ear, nice and low. If you want to, you can just hold the wrist, or the tricep, totally up to you. So this exercise I call hug a tree. So imagine you've got the great big oak at Sherwood Forest and you're trying to wrap your fingertips around it, really stretching off your arms and pushing your arms away from your chest. You can also hug the tree behind you by popping your hands, interlace them behind you, and stretch out your chest. The next exercise you can do, the next stretch, you can either use the band or just start off with your fingertips. One arm goes over the top of your shoulder and one arm goes underneath the back, and you're just trying to interlace the fingertips without flaring your ribs. So tuck your tummy in and try and get some connection. If that's too hard, you can use the band and just pull on both sides. The last stretch is for your lats, and all I want you to do is pop down onto all fours, and you're going to pop one hand across your body and in front of the shoulder. Hold that hand in place and pull your body away from those arms. Tuck your head through so you're looking at your knees and really feel the stretch across the side of the ribs. So I'm hoping that you have really healthy shoulders after doing these exercises. Remember, we've done some activation stuff, some stretches, and that should get you prehabilitated, ready to be injury-free, or to help you on the road to recovery from injury. I'll see you next Wednesday for another Workout Wednesday.